Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Steve Lane, Jan Edick Frank, and we're live at the Grand Champions Polo Club. We're back at the Aspen Field here for the Top Pony 8-goal, and two very strong teams coming to you today. We have a triple header for you today, so stay with us all day long. Let's go to player introduction. Jan Edick Frank.
Thank you very much, and a very good morning to everybody here at Grand Champions Santa Rita Polo Farm. We have Orea, and we're going to start with Orea, who are in the pink shirts, led by Petra Sabatova at number 1, playing off -1. Then we have Yuto Marinho at number 2, coming in at 3 goals. Justin Daniels in that very important position, number 3, playing off 2 goals. And, of course, the very strong force that is on the ball right now, Mati Busquets, playing off 4 goals. For Grand Champions Polo Club, MVP yesterday of the Avendania Memorial, Francisco Spinacci coming in at 0 goals. Artemio Figueres also 0 goals at number 2. And then we have Mickey Navijo Estrada playing at number 3 with 1 goal. And Matthias McDonough at number 4, matching the the number on his shirt with his handicap, playing off 4 goals. And Steve Lane, whilst I was reading those names, we've had our first whistle, very early whistle here in this first and the second game of the Top Pony 8-goal.
Yeah, a little contact behind the saddle there, and it was kind of rough, kind of hard. Even though the play was on the boards over here, the umpires decided to move it to a penalty 4 to try and detour that kind of play from happening again.
So, penalty 4 is the call on that first play, and it's going to go in favour of Grand Champions Polo Club. Now, you might have noticed on your screens that they are coming in of a total of 5 goals on handicap, whereas Orea Polo coming in of 8. So 3 goals in hand given to Grand Champions Polo Club, and the first shot on goal will be taken by Mickey Navijo Estrada. Not quite yet dialed in to these sort of penalties. That one just going slightly out to the left-hand side. Now, we did have a little bit of morning dew on the field here this morning, but we've prepared the field. So I'm pretty sure that Mickey, given another chance, will put that one away, no problem. Over on the far side then, very quickly taken, Orea Polo with possession and a knock-in. And Dan, we were talking about this Orea team. This, of course, their 3rd season in the making. Petra Sabatova, a jumper who likes to not only take part in showing horses over at Wellington, but also, of course, very much here at Grand Champions Polo Club. And in this, her 3rd year, she's been getting stronger and stronger. A young lady player who very much likes to get right stuck into the thick of it. And the second very early whistle here on that play, as Orea was about to break free or break loose. So that whistle will stop the clock at 6:14. And again, a pretty open shut case here for our 2 mounted officials, who I forgot to introduce you to. We have Roddy Matthews from the United Kingdom, and we have Esteban Ferrari, our young umpire, their mounted official from Argentina. Of course, also very much at home in the WPL, and that reminds me to tell you that this afternoon at 4 o'clock we will have our 2nd semi-final. We had a cracking first semi-final on Sunday over at Grand Champions Polo Club, and Tuesday, today, 4 o'clock, we will have that 2nd semi-final. Remember, the final of the All-Star Challenge, the first of our WPL tournaments, will be coming to you on your screens, and if you can join us, we'd love to see you down at Grand Champions Polo Club this coming Sunday, the 26th of February. Here we go then with an open goal penalty 3, and that looks like it's going to go straight through. Who was that? Picking up the first goal here for Orea Polo. So easy pickings there, no mistake, as Orea pick up their first score here in, as I say, the 2nd match of the Top Pony 8-goal 2023. Back to the centre, Fran Spinacci will pick up that ball. We'll try to control it. Little backhand. Mati Busquets, the man who scored that penalty 3 just a few moments ago, running into some traffic there. Yeah, unintentional. You can see Orea there, not overly happy with that, but I'm sure that was unintentional. Man with the number 2 there. Just blocking a little bit of the right of way there. Justo Marinho. But it was right underneath the watchful eye there of Roddy Matthews. So again, and this time it's going to be moved up to the penalty 4 spot. So a chance now for Grand Champions Polo Club, who, as I say, came into this game with 3 goals in hand. With an opportunity now to restore that 3-goal advantage. Remember, they were given 3 goals coming into this game, and it'll be taken by the number 4, Matthias McDonough. McDonough hammers that one, and this time no mistake whatsoever. Cracking goal here from the 4-goaler, and with that, of course, gets the 3-goal cushion restored. 1 goals apiece so far here, played or scored, but of course 4 goals to 1 based on that 3-goal hand.
A very young team here. They mix it up. GCPC with Matthias McDonough. He's been a great captain at 4 goals. He's a young player himself, but then Mickey, Artemio, and Fran, 3 of our youngest players, and just playing great polo here. So this will be a great test against the Orea team, because we know how well they are. They're one of the most successful teams here at the Grand Champion Polo Club, especially this year, and fired up, ready to go, well mounted.
Daniels on the number 3 shirt there, trying to get a little bit of space for himself. Yeah, and we have the 2 numbers 4 coming at each other, nose to nose, Busquet and McDonough.
I gotta tell you, they're ready to go here and look at an offensive attack. And boy, that's just Matty's down there. You could hear Petra going hit. All 3 of them are going on offense. So look for the RA team to play an offensive game here early, Jan. And they're going to talk this call out. And Matty right here playing a great season right here. Matty Busquet, 4-goal player. Playing very well over his handicap. We talk a lot about his play, the big ball, the control ball, hits the penalties. He's a full all-round player. Have a little polo huddle here with the 3 amigos with Busquets, Marino, and Daniels. They'll send Petra downfield, and there's the big ball there by Matty.
And he drills that one nicely into the center, looking for Justo Marinho. Marinho trying to, pick that one up now. It's going to be left and taken by Figueres. Artemio trying to turn things around nicely, and he's done very well. Now, he's another one of those players yesterday, Dale. Remember, he played some incredible polo.
He won MVP in one of the games? Fran and him? I think they both got 2 MVPs out there. Fran won in his division, and Artemio won MVP in his division.
Yep, and like I said yesterday, that really was incredible. I mean, these young kids, the talent that's out there at the moment, just so uplifting to see these kids do so well with so much courage and so much talent out there again. Here we go, back to the action. Daniels, nicely done. Sabatova tried to extend it a little bit further. Tucks in nicely behind, taking out Fran Spinacci. You can see that's clearly been her mission, her role in this game. Well, a lot of players coming from a lot of angles. No traffic lights there, Dale. So tough one here for the umpires.
No, you got it. It's with Petra. She does it all. We talked about Petra. She last year we saw her play a lot of offense, but now Petra mounted very well. She plays offense and defense, very fit, but she's picking up a lot of penalties for the team. We noticed that in a lot of the games because she's in the middle of the field. And when you get on a rotation like that, it kind of mixes the offense, the opposing team up a little bit. Because who you guarding? Now you got to start counting heads. It's not as easy as when a team plays just straightforward 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of play that up and down the field polo. Petra coming in and out, ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving in the middle of the field. Yeah. She gets on a loose ball play here, gets ridden off by one player and met by another. So an easy call by the mounted officials. Nobody downfield, though. That's the one thing they will lose a little bit more. When Petra's downfield, this foul would have got moved to a 4. So she gets the penalty, but they might design that a little bit better or start working out the rotation, knowing when she is in the middle of the game, someone needs to go to the number 1 position. Because if they would have had someone 20, 30 yards downfield, I'm sure Steve Lane, you might agree with me that we got moved to a 4.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, if Petra was downfield, she wouldn't have drawn the foul. but it was 1 meeting 2, and also the player meeting was over the top of the ball. And as you mentioned, nobody's going anywhere. It's across the field. Line of the ball is going across the field, and also a slow-moving play. So center hit, I think, is the proper ball placement.
And well done that. I like the ball plays, like I said, just the different designs that we see here. We will be doing our stats, as we always do. So you can check those out. It'll happen after the third chucker and the sixth chucker. Kind of going through, keeping eyes on the field, and stats have been working out really well. We've got a lot of Jan and Steve and I. We've got a lot of players, sponsors, and actually some of the patrons are watching coming up, but more of the players and the sponsors, people on the field. They really enjoyed them, helped them with their game plan. Here we go to the penalty 5B.
And that'll be taken by Mati Busquets, who just taps the ball into play. The first man he needs to get past is Artemio Figueres. And we know what a powerful, strong hitter Mati Busquets is. Sends it out to the right-hand side. Again, looking for Mourinho, not able to quite control that ball they would have liked. Well, they got lucky on the rebound. Daniels in the danger zone. And another whistle. We are seeing surprisingly a high number of whistles here in this opening chukker.
Yeah, but again, you got a new team here with this Grand Champions Polo Club team. They mixed it up a little bit. So, that this Orea team, they know each other. So they got to figure it out a little bit, go to man, kind of figure out what game plan works. Nice back shot there by Moreno. Justin picked it up on first shot, then kind of shot it off to the left side a little bit and fell across the right of way. So penalty 5A, and be taken by Matias.
And over on the far side, once again, the pace now picking up nicely as Grand Champions Polo Club try to, and they do well with a nice little supporting shot coming from Figueres. Figueres looking for Mickey Navijo Estrada. There he is on the number 3. And Busquets able to just avoid that second shot on goal. Straight away in on the play is Matthias McDonough, scoring that first opening goal here for Grand Champions Polo Club. And again, right there in the thick of it, Petra Subatova. As you said, Dale, very, very intelligent player as well. Oh, nicely done out of the air now. Then can they finish it? A little shot on goal is what they would need. But again, it's just end of the road there as Orea Polo standing very firmly in defence. Here comes the outlet pass out to the far side, looking for and finding Mourinho now. Will he be able to run with it? Look, the rotation working very well. Petra Subatova going upfield a little bit. Now also Mati Busquets sends it across the field, chasing that ball himself. Daniels keeping an eye on things. He now puts in a slightly higher gear as he tries to take it a bit further downfield. In comes a challenge there for Mickey Navijo Estrada, but no success there in getting that ball back. Again, Justo Mourinho just walking through very comfortably here. Petra working on that rotation. Daniels coming in to lend a helping hand. They're over on the far corner. It'll be left for Matthias McDonough. McDonough will try and turn things around. Yeah, both of these teams not yet really having found that rhythm. Grand Champions Polo Club able to steal that one back as Mickey Navijo Estrada will run this one downfield. And we have another whistle. Well, that of course is an interesting call here. Steve, you might just want to shed some light into that. Of course, that is a rule that was also introduced quite some time back as to how, or was basically it's about the conduct of how the players need to be out there. And I believe that's what we've had just now as well.
Yeah, we had a right-of-way violation on the play against blue. We had a helicopter against pink. So a lot of umpire discretion can go here. If the foul was really dangerous, then they might back up the ball placement on the foul. But in this case here, they felt that it was not a serious foul, so offsetting penalties, and the result is a bowl-in.
And that's exactly what I meant. The helicoptering is something which, of course, is frowned upon. So, as you said, Stevie, 2 offsetting fouls, resulting in a neutral throw-in, just adjacent to the halfway line here. Let's have a look at the clock. We're down to 1 minute and 11 seconds left to play in this rather patchy hit-and-miss opening chukker. Hit from the spot after that second whistle in favour of Grand Champions Polo Club once again. Matias McDonough launches another nice, powerful long ball. He's looking for Fran Spinacci. Spinacci picks that up nicely. Spinacci, look at that ball control here from Francisco. Spinacci hits the post. And somehow, Orea Polo dodging a huge bullet, but a great run there by Fran Spinacci. Justin Daniels just picking up the loose ball there as it came off the inside of that right side post. Very unlucky, but once again, Matias McDonough turning things around. This time it could be the turn of Artemio Figueres. There it is. There comes the pass. Artemio in the right place at the right time. Slightly overcooked it. Tried to just steer that one in on the near side, on the stick side. Very unlucky here. So things now starting to take a nice shape and a nice form here towards the end of this first chunk.
Yeah, so we'd like to thank you for joining us here on CTV Sports. We're going to send everybody off for some fresh ponies, some fresh legs, and we'll be right back for our second chucker play.
The World Polo League, a new breed of polo.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we go then. Chucker number 2 about to start, and yep, the two teams are coming. And let me just run you through who these teams are if you've just joined us. It's a very, very lovely morning here at Santa Rita Polo Farm. A day, of course, where we have, as Dale mentioned earlier, we have a triple header coming your way on CTV Sports. So if you can, of course, come and join us either live at Grand Champions Polo Club or obviously on CTV Sports. Orea Polo, led by Petra Subotova, Justo Marinho, the 3-goaler at number 2, Justin Daniels, the 2-goaler at number 3, and Matti Busquet, the only man so far to have scored for Orea Polo, for Grand Champions Polo Club, who've come into this game with a 3-goal advantage. Fran Spinacci of 0, nearly scoring that superb second goal here. They've already scored 1. Artemio Figueres at number 2. They also have 0 goals. Then Mickey Navijo Estrada at 1, and Matias McDonough. He is the man who scored for Grand Champions Polo Club. They left the field after that first chucker with a score of 4 goals to 1.
Yeah, so of course last year in top pony 8 goal, Santa Rita led start to finish, captured the top pony 8 goal at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. Santa Rita, Francisco Spinacci, Antonio Guerri, Mia Cambiaso, and Pablo Spinacci. They defeated Raful. Big shout out to Ray Raful for Raful Polo, Milo Dorniak, Henry Porter, and Ciro Denzani, sorry. And they mixed it up. Manuel Pardo played also. It was a 10-7 game. Pablo Spinacci, he scored a team high 5 goals. Was named most valuable player. So his young son, Fran Spinacci, playing it this year. And a hat trick played in the Fit Chucker. The hat trick is named the horse played in the Fit Chucker by Mia Cambiaso. Subbing for Nick Manifold was the best playing pony, so congratulations to Nick and Mia on that. And a big shout out to Mom. We got to say hello to Mom.
Yeah, we do indeed. She really looks after us so well. We are, of course, talking about the lovely Lady Sharon Robb. I know you're watching, Sharon, so a very good morning to you as well. And hope you're enjoying the action thus far. So, another whistle will stop the action here. Again, pretty early on, where we've had quite a lot of whistles in that first chuck. I'll be very keen to hear the stats, of course, which will be brought to you by the one and only Dale Schwetz after the third chucker. Things seem to have calmed down a little bit towards the end of that first chucker, but like I said, it was a little bit patchy for both teams. A couple of possibly unnecessary fouls that were given away by both sides. We've had we had one offsetting foul over on the far side as well. So now, this seems to be an open shut case in favour of Grand Champions Polo Club. It'll be taken by Artemio Figueres, and Artemio will make that look so easy and picks up his first goal of the match. And by doing so, of course, now extends that lead for the first time here for Grand Champions Polo Club by 4 goals, 5-1, the new scoreline.
Yeah, Artemio very strong from the penalty line. Artemio was the first young player to step up yesterday in the Avendano Memorial in a shootout for his team. And I think he did a great job doing that, captaining the team, because he actually made his first goal, took the pressure off of his teammates, and they went on to win that shootout and go to the finals yesterday. So well done.
Ball back in play. Orea now, of course, a little bit under pressure here early on in the in this second chucker. They're down by 4 goals. But Dale, we spoke about this. Obviously, we've seen them play. We know how strong they are. And once they get their rhythm going, especially this young man here, Matty Busquet, always a danger from anywhere on the field. You see, he's just teeing up that ball nicely. Wants to unload. Well, a long-distance shot. In comes a nice ride-off here by Yuto Marinho, trying to send that one back in to where it came from. Nice intercepted. And once again, the young 0-goal player, Figueres, sends it up to the front door looking for Miki Navijo Estrada. He's the one with the green helmet there, easy to spot. And that'll be there for Matias McDonough. McDonough now sends it back, or try to send it back to Navijo Estrada. Slight deflection. Who can turn first? Nicely taken out of the equation there, Yuto Marinho, allowing a bit of, or creating a little bit of space here for Daniels. Daniels this time will leave this one behind. Once again, Matty Busquet. Now Busquet hammers a long ball down the field, looking for, because she tried to make herself available there at Petra Subotova, but they just ran out of Polo field. But nice combination play here for Orea Polo.
Yeah, they get it going, as you said, Jan. You got to be careful. They are a team that finishes well. We talk about finishing games, because it's so we see teams win. We've seen a couple games this year where teams have won the first 5 chukkers and lost the 6th chukker. And the game of polo is like that. It can flip around very quick on you, and this team is one of them that does it. And with the group they have, they know each other. But on the far side, Mickey or Fran. And it looks like they'll be Fran. Yeah, Fran Spinacci on the gray pony. Backed up there, they turned around and controlled. On the boards over there, good defense, and I like the rotation here by the Grand Champion Polo Club team, not allowing, even after that turn, they still came in there to make a play. There's a rotation where Matty will fall into the number 4 position, taking downfield. He's got Marino's going to slam on the break. Oh, that's a sneaky little play right there. I don't advise that play, but you know what? Artemio, he gets it done as he sneaks underneath the near side there, backs it up quickly, but well read here by Matty. Matty, he'll go to the walk. Now he's going to look for a clean play. They got to give 1 play, and a whistle will stop the action.
Yeah, very cheeky, and you know what? Risk-reward matrix there, Dale. You're a very, very a phrase that I know you like to use, and I think it's great, the courage that these young players have. And of course, for them, this is all very much part of their learning experience, but I'm pretty sure that we will see not only Spinacci and Figueres go a long way in their polo career.
Yeah, I mean, what's great about Fran, they're the way the game is changing, by Artemio, he actually kind of leaned down underneath to pop that ball out. But you got to be careful when you run by a player on the near side, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to get hooked. And the problem is, after you get hooked, then you run by 3 or 4 yards. But Artemio, he had it planned well to sneak it underneath. So just the way the game is growing. These young players are very smart. They study the game, and it just showed you right there. Open goal penalty 2, favor of Orea.
And Matti Busquet will make easy pickings out of that, picking up his second goal of the match. So Orea coming back. So far, it's 2 goals apiece scored. 1 in each chucker thus far. But, of course, that 3-goal advantage on handicap for Grand Champions Polo Club is what Orea Polo need to obviously get a grip on. Back to the centre they come then. 3:40. Around about 3:40 left to play here in chucker number 2 by the time they all get back to the halfway line.
There's already a timeout to clean some debris off the field, and right now, well, look at a courtesy change. GCPC just wants to clean it up a little bit on the penalties. They haven't given up a goal from the field, so you need to applaud that here in the first 2 chuckers, playing great defense, man-to-man ball, as they say. 4 teams entered this year. As remember, here on CTV Sports, we cover everything from 6 goals to 26 goals. And the last couple days, you've actually had the opportunity to see 6 goals to 26 goals on our triple header games that we've been bringing you. We hope you're enjoying that. And this one we have Round Hill. They're also playing. John Littman, he was a lot of fun to watch play the other day. What a second half he had to bring his team back within 1 with Evan White, Nick Manifold, and Santiago, and they were actually getting beat all day. And then Littman came in the second chucker. I think second half, I think you remember Jan had just put a spark in his team, a fire, I should say. And he was playing offense and defense, and he got his team fired up. And they actually just got edged out by a goal. You have Orea playing here, of course, in Grand Champ Polo Club, and then we have Rafu Polo. And we'll see Ray play. Ray played a lot last year in Sunset Chuckers, Sunset Cocktails and Chuckers that we have over for the Polo School. And we'll keep you advised on when we are going to play that. And that's usually in the evening. It is open to the public. We played at the number 1 field. A beautiful, beautiful setting there, designed to bring on some of our new players, but anybody can play in it, especially if you want to join the Polo On Demand program. And you just want to go to gcpolo.com, and Director of Operations Cale Newman, his number is on there with Juan Bellini, and you can get a hold of them, and they'll set you up with whatever type of Polo On Demand program you want. Looks like we've got everybody back after the courtesy change. It's going to be Maddie.
Busquet picking up, trying to pick up that win of that throw-in, but once again, Figueres coming right at me here. You can see the very highly concentrated look on his face here. As the umpire just telling the man with the number 4, Matthias McDonough, to use this. That's a nice pass around the outside, looking to feed that ball to Mickey Navijo Estrada. But once again, nicely done by Justo Mourinho, taking that ball out of the danger zone. So pretty balanced out, pretty level so far here, the way these 2 teams are playing. And, once again, a very slight little right-of-way infringement. So the umpires, again, on that play, having to resort to blowing that whistle. And, again, an open-shut case. Very quickly is going to go in favour of Grand Champions Polo Club. Really wasn't much in it. So we hit from the spot. Penalty 5A. Now, I've got the perfect position here to see this young man, Matthias McDonough, take this shot. Right from behind him, so I'll see that ball fly. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to try and send this one straight down. Yeah, he had to put a little bit of a spin on it to try and centre it. Intercepted nicely here by, once again, the man with the number 4, Busquet. But they got lucky. Mickey Navijo Estrada just trying to turn things around once more. They're in, within shooting distance, but a lot of traffic in front of that goal. And this time it's Esteban Ferrari who is saying, well, hang on a minute. No, somebody came across that right of way. So, another whistle here in chucker number 2 with 2:39 on the clock.
Yeah, the little choppy game here early today. We see that sometimes. We're getting both games are pretty wide open, but again, remember, second month in now, Jan, and when the teams know each other more now, and of course they're also bringing in new horses. They're saving some horses. All kinds of different plays like that happen within every organization. But right now, it's been a bit of a penalty shot contest. I think we'll be able to see that in on our stats, but it's going to be Artemio to do the honors for Grand Champion Polo Club.
And again, no mistake, Artemio Figueres picking up his second goal of the match. So everything is, I'm sure, the way the coach, and I spoke to him earlier this morning, Pablo Spinacci, always, of course, on standby. And what a nice man he is, Pablo.
Doing a great job coaching. Yeah, Pablo, I played a lot with him back in the day. He had a bad accident, actually broke his leg when he was 7 goals, going to 9, so it kind of held him up a little bit. But he popped back right from it, and he's been enjoying the coaching part too. Also plays and works with the Santa Rita breeding operation. He's the man. He's in there every day with those young horses, and we all know how important they are.
Here we go then. Ball back in play. McDonough trying to send a little under the next shot. Oh, nice pick up here on the near side by Mickey Navijo Estrada. And once again, Artemio Figueres, he's going to try and take this one on the near side and under the neck. A very, very difficult shot to do. You've got to get the timing just right. But you know what? Again, definitely an A for effort there, Dale.
Yeah, I like Mickey, too. Mickey's another one of our young players, the son of Miguel Navijo Estrada. And he's actually grown a lot. He's very tall now. And we were just talking about Steve and I watching the players. You watch Fran and you also watch Artemio. They're getting more out of their horses. Their riding skills have gotten so much stronger, and you see that little jump they get now, and that's given them a better edge on the field.
Here come Orea Polo. Nice little ball through the centre, yeah. Both didn't expect it to come that quickly as Yuto Mourinho just doing his magic there. Controls it very well. Nicely done by the 3-goaler. That's how you untangle yourself in a bit of a melee of players, but it's going to be game over as Matthias McDonough comes in for a challenge. Well, he got lucky, very lucky indeed. Once again, Mourinho hasn't really got a lot of room to maneuver in. He will leave that one for Busquets. He avoids the hook there from Matthias McDonough. Busquets, now can he just get past Artemio Figueres? And that ball saved on the line, but well, it looked like he got a shot off. Justo Mourinho. Well, we've had the horn, and we've now had the whistle, so either way, that will conclude the second chukker, and we will come back and give you an update, of course, of what that foul or what that whistle was all about when you join us here for chukker number 3 on CTV Sports.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And of course, head to Chukker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
Okay, welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Steve Lane, Jan, Eric Frank. And, well, we've been talking about yesterday, the Avendaño Memorial. I mean, so much going on here at Grand Champion Polo Club, CTV Sports. With 6 goals to 26 goals, and yesterday we had everything from lead line class.
Oh, that was so
which
much
again
fun.
was, it was great. We talked about, remember, all of us were talking about how we've seen the kids advance. We saw a lot of kids that played the lead line go to the walk trot.
Yep.
A lot of the walk trot go to the upper leagues, the junior leagues, and we also noticed a few players that I think the Lisioli kids.
Yeah, Gaston Lisioli.
Lisioli, yeah, there you
Yeah,
go. His
yeah.
kid might be on a bit advanced. They were hitting the ball pretty well yesterday.
And riding with no saddle, just saddle pads.
Yeah, exactly. So, really cool to see that. So, all right. So we did have an open goal penalty 2 there. And they had a little play in the middle of the goal there at the end of the chukker. So it will be a goal, penalty 2, in favor of Orea Polo. And the discussion between the 3-man team there. Sorry, it went both ways. One play umpire had it one way, one had it the other. They checked with our Steve Lane here with our on the iPad this morning right here at the field in real time. Technology that Mike Ferrer, my executive producer, and CTV Sports have been working on for many years to get that all dialed in. It's been fabulous to have here, especially for us in the umpire place. And here we go, back to the action. Around they go, and that looked like Grand Champion Polo Club was on the move, but it's going to be controlled by Orea and Moreno and Maddie. Good combination here. And they have players downfield. Justin looking to get open. And a great sword fight here. And finally a whistle on the play. They'll stop the action with a penalty, and with 6:33 on the clock, 6-3 now. Grand Champions Polo Club holding a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, they are just doing that. And again, Dale, we're still not really seeing both of these. Matty Busquets, I'm just being told. Matty Busquets scoring that penalty too from a few moments ago. But as I was saying, Dale, it's still a little bit patchy here. Not really the flow that we were expected to see.
Yeah, no, both teams playing hard defense. Just chopping down, and that that happens. I like that. I like that with the Spinacci coaching. As I said earlier, Matias is the elder statesman, and he's the young guy, McDonough, on 4 goals. But Mickey, Fran, and Artemio, they're young polo players, so best way to get them lined out is to go to the band, play defense, and with that, you're going to get a lot of racing and rubbing, and then a few little fouls. That was a sword fight down there, So it happens. And so they'll bring that one up for 5B. We had a little discussion there with our umpires. Remember, the ball placement's so big. So either from the spot or the center, after speaking with our IRO/third man Steve Lane, he decided to go to the center with this, and it's going to be Matty.
And Matty already with that 3 scores to his name. Taps that ball into play now then. Who's he going to play it to? He's got Justo Mourinho sort of in midfield. Good pick up from Justo. Now he's another one who can take a shot from distance. There it goes. A little bit of an angle on that shot. Nice little flick of the backhand, sends it back into the danger zone. Now all of a sudden we're seeing Orea come alive here, and that only ever so slightly went wide. Really not much in it here, but nice combination. It all started with Justo Mourinho.
I think Justo, I like him. He's very active on the field. And this play here that he made in the middle, man, from the offside, the near side, back to the offside, poetry in motion, never lost any speed. Came out of the turn quicker than he went in it. Beautiful plays.
Very focused, but now so is Grand Champions Polo Club, and you can see they're making a visual Estrada just trying to get that ball towards that halfway line, but now all of a sudden Orea coming out there with a lot more pressure. Daniels not able to control. Again, Justo, we just spoke about him. Nicely done. Now steps it up a gear or two. Justo Mourinho. And that will go through, and we'll give that one to Justo. He did all the hard work, and a deserved goal. His first of the game here. And that puts them right back into a very comfortable position here. Now 4 goals to 6.
The announcer love there, Jan. The announcer love again.
Absolutely.
we're giving Justo some great praise on some of his plays. The next thing you know, pop goes the weasel in, the weasel goes pop.
Is that what he does?
Yeah, and he puts a goal in right away.
No, I like the pop goes the weasel. I haven't heard that in years.
Oh, you haven't heard that in years? Yeah, well, I figure I'll bring it back a little bit.
Here we go, Mr. Daniels. Always very, very focused. Gets a hook there from the number 3, from Mickey Novijo Estrada, but Daniels comes out on top. Perseverance there, just paying dividends. He's got 2 to choose from. Back there, Matty Busquets. Yeah, and again, right under the watchful eye of Mr. Roddy Matthews.
Yeah, just too close there. Sometimes they'll allow that play to go based on the possession, but just too close there when Artemio came from right to left. And in the case, you have a player who has to look up, so a bit of an intimidation play for safety. Matias would rather not have a whistle there because he's on a true breakaway, but a good whistle there by the Mount official, and a slow whistle, like you use, Jan, a late whistle, just to let that play develop, but too much angle, too close for comfort. So they'll move that one down from about the 120-yard line to the 60-yard mark. And I think this is going to be Maddie's first penalty for the day, or the Orea team.
And, of course, if they would score now, that would be, they would bring it in within 1 goal. So let's see if Matty Busquets can, and you said it yourself, Dale, they're very good at finishing, and they finish strong. Nice long run up here by Matty Busquets. He's already scored 3 goals so far, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, a penalty 2 in the third. Yeah, drills that one down. There's a deflection, but somehow it goes through. So you see the goal judge raising his flag. So cracking goal here. A penalty 2 and a penalty 4 now for Matty Busquets, making it 5 goals to 4. And that is his 4th goal of the game.
Yeah, that's why I've enjoyed watching Matty play this year at all levels. From 6 to 12 goals we've seen him play, and I love to see him play the high goal. He's very versatile. He can do it all, and showing you right there how to keep his team going. And a very important time right here, based on a defensive battle, to get this game within a 1 goal. They want to go the 10 tier, tied up, or even. And Fran, they've been taking him out today. They've been covering him quickly and moving the ball, and it's going to be Marino.
Once again, now this will be allows him to run Marino up against Novijo Estrada. He came in for a bump and a ride off, and just driving past us here, winning that MVP award last year.
The MVP Jeep?
Yeah, it is. With Zubia, exactly. I remember the look on his face last year when he was awarded that MVP award. He did not know. He had no idea that
an MVP award, huh?
He just won a car.
A car, yeah, and it's great. He's had a smile on his face. He always has a smile on his face. He's a very happy, cool guy, man. Playing in the World Polo League, keep an eye out for Zubia. But back to the action, Matty.
Busquets sends it back, looking for, that's a great pass if he can get to it. Mourinho, nicely done. And you're right, Dale, they know of the talent that is Fran Spinacci. Really taking him out of the game as much as they possibly can. Once again, in comes Mourinho, little cut shot, swing and a miss. Ball is still in play. Once again, Spinacci trying to pick up that loose ball. He's a fighter as well, that works very, very hard. Again, a little bit of a traffic jam going on in front of goal. Oh, it's hit the post. It's hit the post, and that post has just sort of manages to stay upright, and it goes over the back line.
Oh, bad luck there for Matias. A sweet little shot, and it bounces off the post, as Jan said, at a weird angle, so he could not reach out. It would have been nice if it bounced off to the other side. Then he could have finished it on a tail shot. So just bad luck on the deflection. Remember, those posts are padded for protection and safety of the 4-legged athletes and the 2-legged athletes. They do have a breakaway stick on the bottom of them. So if they were to be run into by either a player or a horse, they will break for safety once again. And then they just put a new stick in to put them back up. So we love that. And also padded. Back in the day, they weren't padded. No, I remember when I started playing, they weren't padded. They were actually wood.
Well, I remember.
Or was it different? Wicker.
Yeah, we had wicker.
Yeah,
they
wicker.
looked nice, but
they look beautiful.
Yeah. But it's good because in my time I've run into a goalpost or two, especially when the
That's what's wrong with you.
That's what's
I'm
wrong
trying
with
to
me.
figure out.
when I didn't do it on purpose, Dale. When the horse wanted to go one side and I wanted to go another side, and all of a sudden there I was with a
I think we all have, Jan.
Yeah, I think
Now the good thing about it is if you did have to win or save a game, you could actually go through one and have safety. I mean,
Yes.
you could actually line yourself up and hit one. They are that well designed. And congrats to the of all the procedures that have brought safety and speed to the game.
Well, that, of course, is updated on a regular basis. And the committee of umpires, the committee of patrons, of course, as well, the clubs, they get together and I know in England, of course, every year there is a slight modification. It might just be a tweak here and a tweak there, but that little tweak can make all the difference. And as you rightly said, Dale, it's all about health and safety of the four-legged and the two-legged athlete.
You know, Steve, when they actually changed those back in the day? You know?
I don't remember, to be honest with you, but I know when I first started playing, we used PVC 6-inch pipe, and I did see a horse run over it, and it broke it in half, and it left it like a sharp spear, and it's a good thing it didn't cut him underneath. But the design of these nowadays, and everybody uses them, but, I have seen some clubs that have white on the bottom, and the ball does not contrast. It's difficult to tell from the sideline if the goalposts are white on the bottom, whether it's outside the post or inside the post. So that's why you always need some color on the bottom.
Yeah, very, very good point on that. And that makes a lot because we could use, of course, our triggers, as we are allowed to use the cameras to check. We are using the triggers today. Remember the triggers? Check to see if a goal was scored. Check to see if anytime the ball goes out of bounds now, it used to be just for the safety. But now if the ball goes out of bounds also on the side for a change of possession, you can use the video because sometimes it'll bounce off a pony or a player. Also check and see anytime two four-legged athletes come together on a ride-off or two-legged athletes come together on a hook or a bump, and stuff like that. And any unsportsmanlike conduct, the umpires can go ahead and use the trigger. Also, we designed, and I'm about to back in my man Steve Lane, our Polo manager and extraordinary umpire himself. We added the trigger for the umpires. If they disagree, they can use the cameras. Back on the bowl lane, it's going to be Matty.
Busquets, he might have to run this one himself. He just needs to get past. Down comes the hammer. Great timing there by Mickey Navijo Estrada. They slam on the brakes. Sobatova comes in for the challenge, and it's going to be Daniels. Daniels just faking the back shot there once again. Artemio Figueres, nicely done. Oh, that would have been a perfect pass to Matias McDonough. But once again, the man with the number 2 on his back, the 3-goal, Justo Mourinho, leaves this one now for Daniels. Daniels opens his shoulder, sends it out to the left-hand side. Clever play now here, and this is what they do so well. Just bode his time there to make sure he got the right pass off. But you can see Grand Champions Polo Club, and I think this is, as you said, they're very much part of the strategy today, shutting down the space and the area in which Orea needs to play in very, very early.
Yeah, get to them early, and that's what they're talking about. They'll go redesign that as they go back into the tent, as Pablo is over there waiting, watching, taking stats, keeping an eye on it. He probably has CTV Sports on also on the YouTube channel. Remember, tell a friend. That's all you can do for us. But here it is. Look like a pack of them running around out there.
Well, I would like to say tell 5 friends, Dale. Just tell one friend, tell 5 friends.
Tell 5 friends if you can. That's the best thing we could ask you to do. We appreciate that. Is that the platforms that we're using at the moment now? It's going to be Fran.
Spinacci tried to pick that one up on the near side now. All of a sudden, this game is starting to come alive here, Dale. The pace is increasing as well, and off he goes, off to the races. Justo Mourinho needs to just get once again past, and he's been playing a very solid position here, that young man, Mickey Navijo Estrada. Yeah, a little bit of a stalemate there as eventually they untangle themselves. Let's have a little look at the clock. We're down to the last 40 seconds of play in the first half. Now remember to stay tuned for the halftime stats, which will be brought to you by the one and only Dale Schwartz. But now let's just see which would possibly be the last run of this half. There is the first horn. Solid under the next shot there from Daniels over to the far side. Figueres will be the first man over to the boards. Down to the last 15 or so seconds of play here in the first half. Daniels again able to retrieve the ball. Looking for a little gap to play it with. Busquets on the near side. Slight deflection. Tries to correct himself. And again, good support once again coming in from Daniels. And again, Artemio Figueres. Will he have the time to shoot on goal? Well, it just came a few seconds too late. That is it for the first half. 3-0 in favour of Orea Polo as they go off for a pony change. I will throw it over to you, Del, with the half-time stats.
Thank you, Jan, as always, and a beautiful shot of the Santa Rita Polo Farm there. As you can see all the fields. We're on the Aspen field right now. And here's your stats, 6-5, very close game. And Jan, we figured this would be Steve also, 7-7 on shots on goal, both teams. Very, very even. Knock-ins, though, 4 knock-ins by Orea and 2 by Grand Champions Polo Club. So Grand Champions Polo Club missing the goal a few more times there. On the throw-ins, very close also, 5-1 by the Grand Champions Polo Club, 4 by the Orea team. Fouls committed, very close also, as there were a lot of fouls, but 5 by the Grand Champions Polo team. That's not that bad. And also with the Orea team, 6. So on a very tight game, yeah, you can see that. Come on, penalties scored though, and this is where the difference is: 2 by the Grand Champions Polo Club, but 4 and all by Matty Busquet. Great shooting, Matty, and he's hit everyone: a 60, a 40, and 2 open goal 30s. And then Grand Champions Polo Club had 2 open goal penalty 2s on the 30-yard mark. We're going to go to a little break here on CTV Sports, and we'll be right back for our second half.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose. We will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, we're here, and this is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. Very different being up in the mountains, but I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I feel like it's home. We've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no difference to Wellington. It's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula, lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
Welcome to Chucker TV. I'm Dale Sweats, and we're live at the Aspen Valley Polo Club, the arena here for our Chucker TV Arena Series. Going to go on every Tuesday night. You can join us here. Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, Steve Lane, Jan, Eric Frank, live. Grand Champions Polo Club, Santa Rita Polo Farm, Aspen Field, 2023 Top Pony 8 Goal. Jan, you want to go through the players for maybe some of our fans that are maybe just tuning in for the second half?
I would be delighted to, Dale. Thank you very much. As you said, the Top Pony 8 Goal 2023. This, of course, the second game. Orea Polo in the pink shirts, led by the wonderful and the very talented Petra Sobatova, coming in at number 1, playing off -1. At number 2, a man that's very much impressed us here, Yuto Mourinho, playing off 3 goals. At number 4, very much part of that Orea Polo team, Justin Daniels. And at number 4, playing off 4 goals and also having already scored 4 goals. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the fourth. In the third, beg your pardon, Matti Busquet. Now over to Grand Champions Polo Club. It's the team in the pale white and blue shirt there. We've got Francisco Spinacci at number 1, playing off 0 goals, as is Artemio Figueres, playing at number 2 off 0 goals. Then Mickey Novijo Estrada at number 3. He's been playing a very good game here this morning as well. And at number 4, we have another 4-goaler, and that is Matthias McDonough. And as Dale brought to you just before the halftime interval, the stats. Interesting how, especially in the first 2 chukkers, Grand Champions Polo Club seemed to be somewhat in control of what was a bit of a patchy, shaky first 2 chukkers. But then in chukker number 3, that is where Orea Polo started to put the pressure on a little bit, scoring a total of 3 goals to 0 in favour of Orea Polo. So no score by Grand Champions Polo Club. But that could now change after they've just come back here. They had to throw in, and it looks like it's going to be Artemio Figueres, who's already scored twice, to maybe get his 3rd goal of the match. Keeps the ball nice and low, and there it is indeed. Goal number 3 for Artemio Figueres.
Artemio, very strong from the penalty line. I always say ice in his veins. And very impressed yesterday when he stepped up. Said, I'm going to take the first one for my team today, Dale. And his eyes were like, he was glued in on it, boy. He was fired up, and he put it right down the center. And that just gives so much confidence. Kind of like in soccer, when you go to the shootout, they always have Messi take the first one.
Yep.
Ronaldo takes the first one. Pele took the first one. On the move here, and he was a little quiet in the first half, so keep an eye out for Fran, and picked up by Matthias.
Busquets not able to send that ball up to the front door. Now then, over on the far side, once again, in comes a challenge. And I've got to say, Dale, he's impressed me now when the man with the number 3 in the green helmet. Here he is on the ball again, just trying to find a little bit of a gap to work with. But Busquets there just beating Mickey Novijo Estrada to the play. Busquets on a clear run to goal. He's got a man coming down the field. Can he see it all the way over that back line? Yes, he can. And Mati Busquets picking up his 5th goal of the match.
As you said, Mr. All-Round, we have to give him a name because he is all-round player. He just does it all. And this time it's going to be a broken play as it was Grand Champions Polo Club actually on the move, and then they turned the defense into offense quickly. And remember, both teams with the full 4-player rotation in this game. So Matty wearing the 4, but actually getting to the number 1 position, and knowing that he had everybody lined out behind him, he just dropped his shoulders and off the races. Look at this. Now Matias is going to get one. Or is that Mickey?
Mickey Navijo Estrada, that's exactly what I was just saying there. He is very, very strong. He's playing off a very strong 1 goals, I think. So would not be surprised if we see him possibly jump, if he keeps this sort of level of play up, very quickly to 2, maybe even 3 goals. Here we go, Grand Champions Polo Club putting on the pressure once again, but it's going to be short-lived as Mourinho will turn things around nicely. Just taking the pace out a second here or two, just allowing for, well, in this case, Mati Busquets to get in situ, lets the ball come to him, beaten to it once again by Matthias McDonough. McDonough turns things around, and you can see very quickly Grand Champions Polo Club knowing exactly what they need to do as and when they have regained possession. Once again, the man with the number 2, Uto Mourinho. Clever player running into a little bit of traffic there. Now he knows he needs to allow a little bit of clear passage. Nicely done to Daniels. Daniels will come round on the bend. Oh, and he just got the nicest of touches. And not only did he get a great touch, he actually managed to tee it up nicely there for Mickey Navijo Estrada, who in turn tried to send it back up because he saw that he was already facing downfield Matthias McDonough. So very, very clever play here by Grand Champions Polo.
Polo knowledge at the highest level right here by these 2 young Polo stars. Mickey, he could have taken that ball around the corner and runs with it, but he knew that he had Matthias right to the right to him. And I don't think anybody's back, so they're going to move this ball. So this is just a brilliant play by the Grand Champions Polo Club. Mickey with a 3-yard tail shot right to Matthias' stick. They catch him on the right-of-way violation. Very easy to see. And now nobody back with a pink jersey, so you got to go from the spot through the 60 to the 40. So a super play by Grand Champions Polo Club.
Yeah, very clever play indeed. And let's have a look at the clock. 4:19 on the clock. Remember, they still are in the lead by that 1 goal. They came into this game with 3 goals in hand and missed 100% so far. Artemio Figueres looking to pick up his 4th goal of the match. And that looks like it might just, I was going to say it might just run out of steam. But
hey, when you're good, you're good. Yeah, you know what I mean? You can lay it right there 2 yards past. So 42-yard hit.
And that is a safe goal number 4 for Artemio Figueres. So restoring a little bit of a cushion. Remember, as I said, they came in with 3 goals in hand. They were down to just 1 goal a few moments ago. Now back to 2 goals in the lead by 8 goals to 6. And still plenty of time here in Chukka number 4. Now, Dale and Steve, I think you both mentioned it earlier on as well before we started. We have a triple header coming our way, of course, or your way, everybody at home watching today. Very much looking forward to the SEBA Memorial. I will tell you a little bit more about that in a moment, and that's going to be coming on your screens at 11 o'clock. And then, of course, a very important match this afternoon, the 2nd semi-final of the All-Star Challenge.
Yeah, SEBA Memorial, it's a big term we have every season here. And, you want to talk? Well, we'll save it for the Kersey change. Our next Kersey change, we'll talk a little bit about it. And, it's going to happen right now. So away you go, Jan-Erik Frank.
Thank you very much. Well, once again, of course, a big shout-out to the wonderful Sharon Robb, who provides us with all of them, not just the information, but also sometimes some very nice little anecdotes and some snippets of information. And I'm sure you at home, we hope very much, will appreciate. The SEBA Memorial, a 12-goal tournament, begins on Tuesday, which is, of course, today. And it is a tournament that is named in honor of the player Robert J. SEBA Jr., who unfortunately died in a polo-related accident back in August of last year. Beg your pardon, on August the 22nd, not of last year, it says 22, August the 22nd in 1984 at Oakbrook. He was 29, and his legacy continues with this annual tournament. The tournament was first created by the Oxley family and first played at the now defunct Royal Palm Polo Sports Club in Boca Raton, and later resurrected, which is why it's here at Grand Champions Polo Club, by Mark and Melissa Ganzi. The last game held at Royal Palm before it closed was the SEBA Memorial Final, and we are delighted to have that tournament back here at Grand Champions Polo Club. And what's so special about it this year, Dale, is that we've got 4 ladies competing, including Hope Ariana, Mia Cambiasa, Sarah Siegel Magnus, and Alicia Zeidler. Ariana, rated at 9 goals in the women's ratings, was the first woman to be named and play for the US in the 2022 FIP World Championships in Wellington. Cambiasso, rated at 8 goals, was a member of the winning team La Delfina in the 2022 Women's Argentine Open. So,
yeah, two top lady players, and Hope breaking all kinds of records. I think she might have set a record on breaking records, believe it or not, in that game. We have to go to Mom and ask her about that to run a number, but she broke so many records in that FIP. But here we go, back after the courtesy change, 8-6 here, 3:20 on the clock.
And a nice little move here by, what a cracking goal. That really was a goal in the making and in waiting. Mickey Novijo Estrada, he came, he saw, he scored. Cracking goal there by the young one-goal player. Like I said, Dale, he has impressed me no end here this morning.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Mickey's play this season also, Jan. And now mixing it up well, as Artemio was carrying the team with the 4 open goal penalty twos. And but Matias picking up one from the field, and then now Mickey. But still, they're locking Fran down. If they could get Fran out in front to pull the team a little bit, that would add another dimension to the scoring arsenal. But it's working out well, as Fran is working hard in the middle of the field, but also tough getting away from Petra. On the move, turned around by Moreno.
Justo trying to, of course, stop Grand Champions Polo Club, who have now restored that 3-goal cushion which they came into this game with. He got a touch there, Spinacci. Now then, Subatova times it very well. Tees it up nicely, picked up by Mourinho. Mourinho will turn things around. Now he might have a crack and run this one himself on the near side. Down comes the hammer, and this is what I mean, Dale. This is exactly what I was talking about. Mickey Novijo Estrada, he's got an incredible and an eye for the ball, anticipating. He reads the play ever so well, but so does this young man. Look at him. Oh, a little bit unlucky, a slight bouncing ball there, but he would have been through and off away. Artemio Figueres. Now this game is starting to take the shape and form that we were hoping. Nice little chip shot once again coming from McDonough. Picked up here by, and he seems to be getting stronger and stronger. A cut shot on the bend. Mickey Novijo Estrada wants to try and, just keep that ball in play. But superb play here by these guys.
Yeah, by everybody. Also a great back shot by Petra. But good reads here by Matias. You said it earlier. McDonough to start that play off. He is closing the back door very strong, reading the plays, getting the good spots. And this little communication issue there, Fran was pushing his player, trying to push his player across the right-of-way there, and that took a play away from Mickey. So Mickey had to shut down there as that ball rolls out of bounds for the knock-in, and it'll be picked up by Maddie.
Busquets.
Oh, penalty flag. So they did go ahead, Jan, and call Fran for pushing the player across.
Okay, well, we seem to have a little technical issue. I'm sure Dale will be back in just a few seconds. Here we go, then on the move again, and another whistle on that play. As once again, Mickey Novijo Estrada looked like he was going to make it straight through, but both the umpires here, Steve Lane sitting next to me here in the commentator's booth, just having a look at the footage. Steve, what can you tell us?
We had a 1-2 on that play, and both umpires love to hear 2 whistles go off together, and when the players hear 2 whistles, then they should know, don't question the call, because both umpires agree, and you're not going to change their mind. So a penalty 2 coming up here in favor of the team in blue.
Thank you very much, Steve. So eloquently put, as always. You do have a very natural ability to break things down, which I'm hoping, of course, everybody around the world is also able to follow. Steve, of course, as Dale was saying, a fountain of knowledge, and has such a great way of just breaking things down which will hopefully make life a lot easier for those of you who are out there who have just started with this fantastic game. Here we go then, Dale. We spoke about him being not so much in the play, but this time they're going to pass the stick over to Fran Spinacci, and he picks up his first goal, which now means that everyone at Grand Champions Polo Club has scored, are on the score sheet. And if we think about chukker number 3 from earlier, where it was 3-0 in favour of Orea Polo, it is now 4 goals to 1, so same kind of difference really, in favour of Grand Champions Polo Club. And with that, once again, have they not only extended their lead to 4 goals, but they also now already are in double figures. So the new scoreline reading, 10-6, and we are down to the last few seconds. Well, there it is, the first horn. You might have heard it in the background. So 30 seconds left to play here in chukker number 4. And once again, Grand Champions Polo Club picking up the win of that throw-in. Nice little run here by the number 4, Matthias McDonough. Under the neck, elegantly done. That is a superb way to finish chukker number 4. Cracking goal here by the player with the number 4 matching his handicap, Matthias McDonough. And that makes it 5-1, Dale. 5-1 here in chukker number 4. But that is it for now. 11-6. So a very comfortable cushion here for Grand Champions Polo Club. We'll be back for the penultimate 5th and, of course, 6th chukker after this short break. Stay with us right here on CTV Sports.
I am Nick Weaver. I am the co-founder and COO of Blue Delta Gene Co. I probably measured over 30,000 butts, 7 feet tall and 7 feet wide. Doesn't matter. It is fun making people happy. When you make a garment that fits, that's one thing. When you make a garment fit and look good, that's another thing. And we are very good at the latter. We have grown our company by taking care of people. We have grown by making jeans that fit. There are some things that will never change. Where it's made, how it's made, and who's making them. Every jean is one of one. But now we can get you measured from anywhere in the world. We have rolled out a virtual tailor system, blown away with the technology. It's unbelievable how accurate it is. It's a quick, easy, touchless way so we can get the measurements to make you a pair of damn good jeans.
All right, here we go. Fifth chukker action, 11-6, 5-goal difference. And wow.
Who would have thought?
5 goals scored compared to the 1 there. GCPC, Grand Champions Polo Club, mixing it up well. Fran with a 2. Figueres with 2 penalty 2s, and then 1 by Mickey and Matthias. A very strong 4th chukker coming out of the tent.
Yep, so they've got their work cut out for themselves here. Orea Polo, and you can see the first shot on goal there by Mati Busquet, wanting to start start that comeback campaign with a very early goal here in chukker number 5. A little bit unlucky here. So again, the coaching, the focus, the high level of concentration, the way this team, this Grand Champions Polo Club team, are gelling together. They are very much, I think, a team that could go to the final, Dale.
Yeah, no, they got to keep it going here, though. They got to keep going. 5 goals, not enough. And we always talk about Orea team being a great closing team. They come out mounted very well in the 5th and 6th, and they have ice in their veins. And here's one of the reasons right here. And I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Maddie go for this one. He's sitting at about the 80-yard line, 90-yard line, so he's in range, and he hits all the penalties. They mix it up, Marino, Ken, and Justin, and with Petra. But here comes Maddie Busquet.
Yeah, I think he tried to loft that one in the sky. But those balls, as you know, Dale, they can be very dangerous, those daisy cutters, especially if they go into that, what I like to call the danger zone. Once again, Justin Daniels trying to keep them at bay or keep them in the half of Grand Champions Polo Club. There's the open backhand from Justo Mourinho. But once again intercepted. And this is exactly what they did the other day. Remember, we were saying that it felt like Grand Champions Polo Club had an extra player on the field. That's because they're marking up so well, and they've done everything they can to avoid and stop Orea Polo from playing their game. They're going to have quite a bit of work to do here. We've got 6 minutes left on the clock, but they are down by 5 goals.
Yeah, you said it. They're using the defense into offense. That's been the strategy all day long. It's been working very well. And I don't think you're going to see a big change here. Why change it? If it's not broke, don't fix it. And right here, once again, defense, offense, and they're going to pick up a foul. And it starts with Matthias McDonough, who's been a great captain today, controlling his team from the number 4 position, and very well schooled also on his ball placements. He's, as a captain, he's ridden to every spot where the umpires have dropped the ball, so it's nice to see that.
Yeah, they're polite. They're polite players. They're open-minded, and they are, of course, eager to learn more. And all of these sort of kind of tournaments help them in improving their game and taking the experience that they have in these sort of tournaments to the next level. Because before you know it, Dale, they'll be playing 15 to 18 goal, and then, of course, we very much hope to see especially these youngsters coming through playing in the high goal. So a hit from the centre of 5B in favour of Grand Champions Polo Club, as you rightly pointed out. And here we go. Once again, the captain, El Capitano Matthias McDonough. That's a nice ball up to the front, looking for Spinacci. Yeah, he was slightly on the wrong foot there to take that. The ball's going swerving out to the left-hand side. In comes Novijo Estrada. Great stick work here. Oh, and yeah, he puts it through. Cracking goal number 2 by Mickey Novijo Estrada.
Possessions are big. You know, I always hype on it. I'm about these dead ball plays, the penalty 5s, A's and B's and knock-ins. Those are where you have to have positive possessions, and this is a perfectly designed power polo play by the Grand Champions Polo Club. Matthias laying it down there a good 120 and then letting the boys do their work, and Mickey with the finish.
Goal number 2 for Novijo Estrada. He'll be happy with that. He was also struggling a little bit in the first half just to find that rhythm, but he's oozing and growing with confidence, and that, as you can see, is paying dividends. So with 2 great goals here that we've seen from him, but not only that, also in defense, he's been very, very solid. He's on the ball, or trying to get on the ball again over on the far side. Daniels now. Now, I know Justin Daniels, he won't be happy with this scoreline. They're down by 6 goals, Dale, so they've actually doubled the number of goals that they were given at the beginning of Grand Champions Polo Club. So compliments to Grand Champions Polo Club, the way they've been getting into this game more and more and getting stronger and stronger. Daniels once again unloads a long one. That's just going to go ever so slightly wide. So they need to maybe start doing a bit more of that shooting out of distance.
Yeah, taking some shots here. I'll probably see that. As Justin had some room to work there, but decided to go and shoot that one. I thought he might take it a little bit further, but a clean shot just off the left side. Picked up by Matthias now, who's going to go ahead and use the center of the field here as on the set play. Everybody going forward here, and that's an easy call for our Mount officials. As we have number 2 in the blue coming from right to left over across the right-of-way. And remember, the right-of-way called 80% of the time. That'll take us to our courtesy change. Now, our first game in the Top Pony 8 Gold was Round Hill Polo and Grand Champions Polo Club. They had a bit of a different team. Oh, no, they played the same team. I'm sorry. And Mickey, it was Fran, Artemio, Mickey, and Matthias. And they actually edged out Round Hill Polo 11-10. And that game, it was 3-2 after the first Grand Champions Polo Club, 5-2 after the second Grand Champions Polo Club, and 9-2 at halftime. It was all Grand Champions Polo Club. It's almost a lead so big, Yan, you don't know what to do when you go in. But then we talked about John Lippman on a -1 coming in and just putting a fire under his team. He was playing offense, he was playing defense. That got everybody fired up. Nick Manifold ended up scoring 4 goals in the second half. Santiago, he scored 2 goals. And then you had one from Evan White and one from John. So they actually got edged out right at the end. And they had, 2 unanswered goals in the 5th. And they outscored Grand Champions Polo Club 3-1 in the 6th. So a very strong second half there by the Round Hill Polo team. Nice having them here at the Grand Champions Polo Club.
I remember it well. It was a very, very close game, and let's hope that this will get a little bit closer, because at the moment, Grand Champions Polo Club are running away with it. So let's hope they, as you said, they'll keep that momentum and that pressure very much high. And at the same time, because we are a little bit Swiss here, we are neutral, we'd like to see Orea come back a little bit stronger, because we know they've got the horsepower and we know they've got the talent.
There we go. They're going to go and start out with another penalty shot here. And this is pretty similar spot. Maybe, pretty similar spot for Matty. Coming in now from right to left, so he's going to get a bit of a curve here. He's going to be able to use that far post. Matty on a big, strong, beautiful-looking bay pony here. Let's see if he can get a spark going for the Orea team.
Well, did not see that one coming.
Yeah, miss hit to the right there. That's not like Matty.
No.
I thought he might go for that far post a little bit. It looked like a little bit of a miss hit. Got onto a big horse, too. Not as easy to jump it on one of your taller horses to start off with a penalty shot. You like to hit the ball a few times running up and down the field. Kind of topped that one a little bit. It does happen, so knock ain't coming, and it'll be Matthias.
Nice long ball there from McDonough. And a nice pickup by Spinacci. Absolutely incredible, this young Francisco Spinacci. And again, Matthias McDonough just making sure the back door stays firmly shut. Passes it over to Mickey Novija Estrada. A lot of room to work with. And now on the break here, the 2-0 goalers. Good pickup here by Artemio Figueres. Figueres on the second shot. He's got Spinacci right behind him. Oh, he's trying, and he's done so well to control that ball. Will he take it all the way? Well, if he does, how unlucky. But what a great run here by Artemio Figueres.
And a great combination of plays there. It starts with Matthias McDonough with the tail shot. Mickey already moving, and that's what I like to see, already moving for the pass. And then Mickey doesn't waste any time. He snaps one to Artemio, and now what they're doing, because Fran has been being taken out by Petra, they're just rotating Fran back into the number 2 position, and Artemio's going forward. So great moves here, working it out for Grand Champions Polo Club. Off to the right side, but a positive play.
And Orea need to start working on their defense a little bit more here. They're just giving Grand Champions too many big chances. That's a nice long ball up to the front, looking for Petra Sobatova. Slightly too far out for her to reach again. Figueres gets a piece of it, but now Justo, he read it well, takes his time, just a little putt or a tap shot there. It should be all it takes, and again, just not able to finish.
Now, good defense there by Artemio. He's just going to stay composed and just stay in his spot. He wasn't blocking, and so they're going to dodge a bullet, but it does bounce off one of the 4-legged athletes, so we go to another knock-in for Grand Champions Polo Club.
Once again, McDonough, that's going to be very short. Now then, Mourinho just trying to tee it up. He saw that Busquets was still in that danger zone, left it behind now or picked up, I should say, by Novija Estrada. And again, nobody coming to challenge him. They're giving them too much space. That, I think, is the crux of the matter here. They're just allowing Grand Champions to basically do what they want to do. There's a little backhand attempt. Again, yeah, well, will the umpires let that one go through? I think they will. As long as there's no danger. Petra Subotova over to the far side. Matti Busquets, he's found a little gap. But again, cracking defending play here by Spinacci.
Yeah, I think he's going to go whistle on that, so he might have fell across the line a bit there, yeah. Hard from our angle. We might be able to get a look on that on CTV Sports. We'll see what kind of angle they got going there. But it looked like Fran did come over to make the hook on Matty. And you can see Matty at the end of it kind of appeal there, so he might have fallen over the right-of-way. Yeah, he is going to fall over the right-of-way. So they will get an open goal penalty with 36 seconds left. Opportunity to get them within 5 going into the last chukker. So that gives them a little cushion based on the math, the goal a minute we always like to look at. That's a safe way to put it, even though we have seen 3 goals scored in a minute and a half this year.
Oh, yes.
So anybody can do it. But this will give them a positive vibe as they move off of the field to get ready for their 6th chukker.
Now then, who's going to step up to the plate? I'm pretty sure it will be, yeah, and there he is with the number 4, Matti Busquets. Well, Matti Busquets looking for goal number 6 here. This time he makes no mistake. A good goal here, and a much, as you said, Dale, needed goal. So, and with that horn, that will bring us to the end of chukker number 5. And as you said, Dale, all to play for when we come back. So make sure you don't want to miss the action. I'm pretty sure Orea will have a game plan. We look forward to seeing what that is when we come back right here on CTV Sports.
All right, so 6 chukker action. It started out 4-1, and they had a 3-goal handicap, Grand Champions Polo Club. So each team scored 1 goal. After the second chukker, 6-2, Grand Champions Polo Club. 2 goals by Artemio from the penalty line, penalty 2s. And then 3 unanswered goals by the Orea team to make it 6-5 at halftime. So, yeah, this is where they come alive. They came alive in the third. They had the ability to come alive here in the 6th. So they went into halftime 6-5, but then 5 goals scored by the Grand Champions Polo Club. 1 by Fran from the penalty 2 by another, 2 more by Artemio from the penalty line, penalty 2, 1 by Mickey and Matias. So they mixed up well to go in 11-6, 1 by Matti Busquets. And then it was 1-1 in the 5th to bring us to 12-7. And here we go, 6 chukker action.
Now then, let's see what that game plan is that Orea Polo will, I'm hoping, be coming out here with in this the sixth and final chukker. There's one of those long distance shots on goal, just going wide again, but that's what they're going to probably do. We're going to see a lot of that now, Dale, here in chukker number 6. A lot of shots on goal coming from a little bit further afield, because they need to now start scoring goals. And just latching on to what you were saying about the breakdown, chukker number 4, absolutely 5 goals to 1 at least. Orea Polo were able to keep them at bay with a goal apiece in chukker number 5, but they still need 5 goals. And once again, grand champions here on the move over on the far side. Mickey Navijo Estrada. Orea able to stick it, win the ball back here on the halfway line. Now then, what has Busquets got up his sleeve here? He needs to be something very quick and effective. Going up the field is Daniels. That ball's not going to reach him. Mati Busquets. Yeah, again trying to avoid the hook. And there comes the near side forehand. That's a cracking goal. That's exactly the Orea Polo team that we know. Mati Busquets finishing it off there with a very nice near side forehand, hitting the target. So 4 goals in it, Dale, and we still have a good 5:50 on the clock.
Yeah, perfect way to start out this 6 chukker. Matty knows it. You got to get it going early, and you need the first goal, because one by Grand Champion Polo Club there to push it back is would be a pressure situation. So now if they can win this bowling and get another possession, keep it going. Good hook. And look at this, Matty on the lane. Turn around by Mickey.
Again, you see Navijo Estrada. Now, of course, when you're in a position like you are now, confidence, of course, will help very much. And this is what I've expected of him, and it's coming through in fruition. Hammers that one, and that's another cracking goal. So short-lived, that slight goal coming back there from Orea Polo, as Mickey Navijo Estrada picking up his 3rd and his hat-trick of this game.
Yeah, now another great play by Grand Champion Polo Club to stop the energy once again, as you said, Jan. As if you get 2 in a row there, and we've seen that where the teams have come back and scored 3 in a minute and a half, they get a goal, then they come back center. And now what Grand Champion Polo Club wants to do is not put them on the penalty line. Let the clock go tick, tick, tick. That's what they want to do. Try to use that space. They're going to lose this bowl in. It's picked up by Justin. But good ride off here. Look at Mickey keeping the pressure. Artemio's in there too, though, so they're double teaming him. Now he'll release it. There should be a free player somewhere. Yeah, Petra.
Now let's see if Sobatova can take this. Good first touch from Petra Sobatova. Again with a cut shot attempt to try and centre that ball down the field. In comes Daniels for the second attempt on goal. And Mourinho trying to unload one, and then out of the back row, that was Justin Daniels. So Justin Daniels, and I think he needed to get that out of his system, gets his first goal of the game.
Well, it's okay, though. They won the bowling, get the offensive attack. Well done. As we said, a little bit of miscommunication there. We had 2 Grand Champion pole players covering Justin. He found Petra, the open player, and that moved it down the field. And 3:45 on the clock. So they need to win a possession here, but you are going to get a stoppage of the clock with exactly 3:37 left here in the 6th and final chukker.
Now, I've just had a look at the clock. We might be bringing you that Siebert Memorial first game a little bit behind schedule, so do please bear with us. Remember, we've got to move over from Santa Rita over to Grand Champions Polo Club, but one thing is for sure, and I'm sure we will have a prompt start this afternoon. Very much looking forward to the second semi-final of the All-Star Challenge. As I say, that'll be coming your way 4 o'clock on CTV Sports, and you might want to make a note as well that the final of that will be played on Sunday, this coming Sunday. So not only a final, but also the featured match of the week over at Grand Champions Polo Club. Players coming out very quickly now, as Orea would like to latch on and keep that momentum that they've just created here in the first half of chukker number 6. I mean, as you said, Dale, it is doable. 3.5 minutes, a little over 3:37 to be precise, and 4 goals are needed. But it will be a tough nut to crack, because the way this Grand Champions Polo Club team are playing here, and they are going to hold up as much as they possibly can to stop Orea from getting through and getting within a shot on goal. So So all the players are back out on the field. Here we go then. Ball's in play. Now then, can they, which is so important, the very most important first step here is win possession. Well, they've done well, and that was a nice little backhand shot coming from Uto Mourinho. Yeah, and despite the fact that he had two attacking players at the front door, Mati Busquets and, of course, Petra Supetova, once again, Matthias McDonough just biding his time. Daniel's there trying to challenge him, and, of course, they will, I'm pretty sure, take the pace out of this six chucker as much as they can till around the clock down. Orea once again have it now with Mourinho. Looking for a little bit of a gap. There's Danders on the move. Sends it out to the left-hand side. He's found Mati Busquets. Daniels tucks in nicely behind. Good pick-up on the near side. Now going back as well was Spinacci. And Spinacci saw Figueres had already turned and going the right way. 3 blue shirts against 1 pink shirt here. And that is definitely not a good statistic. Now remember, right after this game, Dale will be bringing you the end of match stats. But now a chance here for Orea Polo to break. Now let's see if Matthias McDonough can get there in time. A cut shot's what's needed. And Mati Busquets, you see, they know how to do it, Dale. They know how to do it. Goal number 3 here in this chucker for Orea Polo.
2:12 on the clock here, so this is where they need to bring the magic. They're going to be back down. They're going to get under 2 minutes by the time they get back to the bowl-in. So 3 goals in a minute and a half. It's got to come quick. They're going to need to get a foul somewhere in there to stop the clock. We'll see if they can win the bowl-in, at least to get that going. And you know how it's going to happen. They're going to come back perfectly designed. Watch the defense here. Grand Champion's going to stay out of the foul position.
8 goals in total now for Mati Busquets out of the 10 that were scored. The other 2, of course, by Justin Daniels and Uto Mourinho. And there is that possible whistle and foul you were talking about. 1 minute and 30 left on the clock. The 2 umpires there just comparing notes before they make a final decision. Steve Lane, our third man and instant replay official, of course, just able to have a little look at the that play from just a few moments ago to determine what the actual foul was. And I believe, Steve, why don't you spread the news and tell us, what do you know?
Yeah, a little foul there, a quick line change, and they should have given a play. The player was allowed to clear but not make a play on the ball in doing so. So with that case going on,
we asked Blue to clear. You're saying Blue didn't clear?
So, 1 minute and a half, as I say, left on the score. 3 goals, and those 3 goals are the 3 goals, if you will, that were given to Orea Polo, I beg your pardon, to Grand Champions Polo Club from the beginning. Which, despite the fact that they led at 1 point with 5 goals, just goes to show how evenly balanced and especially how strong this Grand Champions Polo Club team are on handicap. Now then. Well, they're giving the ball back. Did we have an offsetting foul there, Steve? Well, ball's in play. And once again, the team in blue, Grand Champions, have possession. Spinacci over on the far side is going flat out. Good pick up and a good first touch. Spinacci, Francisco Spinacci, has he found the angle? Oh, how unlucky. But a great run. And it's just so much fun to watch these youngsters, Fran Spinacci and Artemio Figueres, how they just, with so much initiative, they're playing like, you know, the big boys.
Yeah, you got it. And that's the very important play for Fran to finish that play. Because, again, remember, the clock is ticking, so to finish that play helps out. And here comes Artemio once, twice. Keep it on the field, leave it for Matias, and the finish in the high flag. And there you go. That's going to close it out for these guys.
Yep. Well, they you said it yourself, Dale. They wanted to finish strong, and they have finished strong. So, 3 goals to 2 if we isolate this 6 chucker. But overall, with all the optimism in the world, 14 goals to 10 in favour of Grand Champions Polo Club. So congratulations to Franz Finacci, Artemio Figueres, Mickey Navijo Estrada, Matias McDonough. It just wasn't their day today, despite the fact that Mati Busquets scoring a total of 8 goals out of those 10 by Orea Polo. So well done, Petra Sabatova, Justo Mourinho, Justin Daniels, and of course Mati Busquets. Horn is about to come any second now. That will bring this to an end. So, well, thank you very much for tuning in over at CTV Sports. Great to have had you with us. We are going to hopefully see you tuning in back when we come to you with the first SIBA Memorial Match 2022 at Grand Champions Polo Club. But before we do and before we let you go, please stay with us for the end of match stats, which will be brought to you by the one and only Mr. Dale Schwetz.
Oh, thank you, Jan. As we'll go ahead and bring those up for you. You can take a good look at them here. So great job here by Grand Champ Polo Club. They did a fabulous job just finishing it out. And you can take a good look at all the stats right there. And unbelievable. Well done. So they'll move on 2-0. And make sure you stay with us and join us for our second game, as we're going to shoot over to the Grand Champion Polo Club field number 4. I'm Dale Schwetz for Jan Eric Frank and Steve Lane, and we will see you back here on CTV Sports for our second of 3 games today. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.
Welcome home.